All great things must come to an end. I think that's something that we all know, but not so long ago we ended up getting reminded about that because E3 ended up getting shut down. Yeah, this time it didn't get delayed, it's actually over. That is because the official Twitter account ended up posting this, which is basically just an image telling us that E3 is over, which is a very interesting way to announce this. I mean, most of the time when a company is ended something, they'll usually have a tweet saying something like, "Oh, we are deeply ashamed that this ended up happening, and we are really grateful of all of the amazing things that we're able to do." But nope, not E3. They wanted to get straight to the point with no filler. And when this news ended up coming out, everyone on Twitter was absolutely sad. They were acting like that they were thinking about this event every single day. They were confused, they were scared, and they have no idea how something like this could have happened. I mean, E3 was something that was so good and amazing, and now we have currently reached a point where every single person is posting their favorite E3 moments to remember this amazing event in gaming history. Even though before this tweet, absolutely no one was talking about E3, because I guarantee no one cared about it, because it ended up having one of the most hardest fall off of all time, where the company that ended up running the event kept on making terrible decisions, and they basically just burned down their own building and ruined their own event for basically no reason. I'm pretty sure the reason why E3 failed is pretty simple, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to stop someone from making a 1 hour YouTube documentary on why that ended up happening. But either way, I'm going to give you my theory on why E3 failed, and that is simply because it just doesn't really matter anymore. We live in a time where game developers don't need to go to E3 to basically announce their new project. Because I remember back then, like 5 or 6 years ago, E3 was a big deal. People used to call it second Christmas, because during the summer, everyone will be sitting down and waiting for the brand new E3 stream, where a bunch of developers will get on stage and announce their brand new games, show everyone completely fake trailers that doesn't exist, because man, that is something that this event is going to be known for. Look at our brand new game, with footage that just look way too good, just for the actual release to come out, and it's basically just nothing that they actually show, just like the day before. Or I'm pretty sure the most famous fake game trailer easily has to be something like Watch Dogs. So you'll see something like that, and you'll just be excited. But as more time went on, I think developers started realizing that they didn't really need to do that at all. And I think the first push when everyone knew that E3 was over is when PlayStation started doing their state of play. They basically got this idea from Nintendo Directs, because that's something that they have been doing for an extremely long time. And I guess PlayStation saw that and went like, oh, we're going to go and do that too. So then they started releasing a bunch of state of plays, and then when they learned about how successful that was, and they were getting a lot of views, and a lot of people were watching it and talking about them, they kind of just dropped out of E3 that year. And I think when that ended up happening, we all knew that, yeah, it was over. Because after that, every single other company started just slowly following, and then little by little, E3 was just becoming this skeleton crew where no developers wanted to join, because they started to learn that they just didn't really need to go to that event at all to announce their games. And then 2020 ended up happening, and then they had to completely shut down E3 for that year, and after that they were basically never able to recover. Even though they got extremely desperate at that point, and they were coming up with some of the worst ideas of all time, saying stuff like, we need people to actually pay for tickets, so let's go and add more celebrities. Let's also go and add all of these completely stupid events that no one cares about. And then when people ended up reading the patents, they went like, wow, these are horrible ideas, then it just got made fun of even more. And then when they actually tried to come back and was like, we're gonna host E3, it's gonna be amazing, no developers joined. I forgot what year it was, but I still perfectly remember the time where the only development studio and publisher who actually went to E3 was just Ubisoft. And I'm sorry, no one is gonna tune in to your live stream just to see Ubisoft do an event. I mean, they don't really make that good games, so I don't think that's going to be something really interesting. And then after that, they were just delayed indefinitely, which most of the time when something gets delayed indefinitely, it's probably just over. You're not going to hear from them ever again. And then Jeff Keighley and the Summer Game Fest and Game Awards basically just completely killed E3. He single-handedly just shut down the whole event. Because I remember the time when E3 first got shut down, the Summer Game Fest ended up getting announced, and then it was just over. Because that ended up being really successful really quickly. That's because somehow Jeff was able to get tons of game studios and game developers to join on his event, and then he was releasing a bunch of world premieres. And then with the Game Awards also coming at the end of the year, also run by him, that was something super successful. He basically started this absolutely powerhouse of just game announcements that E3 just wasn't able to stand a chance. And then it just slowly went away, and people just stopped caring about it. It fell off, and then we were just all waiting for the time where it officially got shut down, and then it was over. And I guess that time came now. And am I gonna miss E3? Not really. We don't really need it anymore. But yeah, that's it. E3 is over. Anyway, that's it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.